Every pitcher has a journey, a process that separates the ones who fade out early from the ones who keep climbing until they reach their full potential. But most players never actually understand the stages of the process. They just train, compete, and hope it all works out. The problem is, without understanding where you are in the process, you can't possibly know what you need to do to move forward. Today, I want to walk you through what I call the 5 phases of every successful pitcher's journey. These phases will show you exactly where you're at right now, why you might feel stuck, and what needs to change if you want to reach your next level. Because every pitcher who's ever gone from overlooked to unstoppable, who's broken 90, earned a scholarship, or proven people wrong, has gone through these same 5 phases. By the end of this video, you'll know which one you're in, what's holding you back, and what to focus on next. My name's AJ Martucci, certified trainer, coach, and former 90-mile-per-hour pitcher at just 5'9". Wasn't the biggest guy, but I learned how to train smarter, move better, and develop the kind of velocity most people said I'd never reach. Now I help pitchers do the same through my Underdog Velocity program, built around something I call the pitcher's pyramid, the 5 pillars of velocity: strength, mobility, rotational power, arm care, and mechanics. If you haven't seen my full video breaking down the pitcher's pyramid, go check it out after this one. And if you're serious about developing a customized plan that fits you, you can apply for my coaching through the link below. All right, let's get into it. Phase 1 is awareness. This is where every pitcher starts, the phase of realization. You're playing baseball, maybe pitching a little, maybe a lot, but deep down, you're starting to realize something. You're not where you want to be. Maybe you just feel like you're falling behind. This phase is frustrating because it's when you first see the gap between where you are and where you want to go. It's like knowing there's another level, but you don't know how to get there yet. For a lot of players, this is where the excuses start showing up. They say, I'm just not built for velocity, or I'll eventually grow, or I think I just need to throw more. But awareness is powerful if you use it the right way. It's the moment you stop pretending and start being honest with yourself. Because when you recognize the gap, you finally give yourself a chance to close it. Most pitchers stay here for years because they never move past that mindset. They know something's missing, but they never take action to find out what it is. Phase 2 is structure. This is where awareness turns into direction. You realize that hard work alone isn't enough. You need a plan. You need structure. Because if you're training without a roadmap, you're basically just guessing. And when you're just guessing, you waste years doing things that just don't work for you. This is where most pitchers hit a wall. They're putting in the effort, lifting, throwing, doing lessons, but not getting the results they want. Why? Because there's no structure built around their individual needs. They're following what the team does or copying what a big pitcher on Instagram does without understanding how to make it actually work for them. Structure is where everything starts to change. It's where you start working with intention. Every drill, every rep, every throw has a purpose. It's also where you begin identifying your weaknesses. Is it your strength, mobility, rotational power, arm care, mechanics? Once you figure that out, you can start attacking it directly. That's when progress becomes measurable. That's when training stops becoming random and starts becoming development. Phase 3 is consistency. Structure means nothing without consistency. This is the phase that separates serious pitchers from everybody else. Because once you have a plan, you have to show up and execute it every single day. And this is where most players fall off. They'll train hard for a week or two, and then life gets busy, they miss a few days, and before you know it, they're back to square one. Consistency is the hardest part because it's not about motivation, it's about discipline. You have to be willing to do the small things over and over again, even when nobody's watching. If you can master this phase, you will already separate yourself from 90% of the pitchers your age. Because the truth is, talent gets you noticed, but consistency keeps you progressing. When you're consistent, your body adapts faster. Your velocity climbs faster. Your confidence builds faster. And it's not because you're doing anything magical. It's because you're finally stacking effort in the same direction. Stage 4 is results. This is where it all starts to click. You begin to see the results from all your effort. Your mechanics look cleaner. Your velocity climbs. Your arm feels healthier. You start hearing it from others too. Coaches notice. Your teammates ask what changed. And you start to feel different on the mound. This is where confidence starts building. Real confidence, not fake bravado. You realize that you're not limited by your size, your genetics, or your old narrative. You're limited only by how committed you are to improving every day. And that's when momentum takes over. You start getting noticed, you start earning opportunities, and for the first time, you feel like you're in control of your career. But here's the thing, most pitchers stop here. They hit a new velocity, make a team, or get recruited, and they think their work is done. That's where the next phase comes in. Phase 5 is recognition. This is the phase every pitcher dreams of, when all the hard work finally pays off, when coaches, scouts, and recruiters start seeing what you're capable of. When you go from being overlooked to being the guy. But the truth is, recognition isn't the finish line. It's a new starting point. Because once you're recognized, you have to stay there. You have to keep improving, keep adapting, keep pushing your ceiling even higher. That's what separates a one-season wonder from a true competitor. Recognition isn't about fame, it's about mastery. It's the point where your results speak louder than your words, and your development becomes your reputation. And that's when everything changes, because now people believe in you. But more importantly, you believe in you. Now, here's the key. Every pitcher is in one of these 5 phases right now. Some of you are just realizing you need help. Some of you are putting in the work, but don't have the structure. Some of you have structure, but lack consistency. And some of you are getting results, but haven't learned how to sustain them. The good news, you can move through all 5 phases faster than you think. If you have a clear plan and the right support system. That's what the Underdog Velocity program was built for. It's not a cookie cutter program. It's a full system designed to identify where you are in the journey, find out what's holding you back, and build a plan that attacks it directly. So you can move from awareness to recognition faster than you ever thought possible. I've seen it happen countless times. A pitcher who was sitting mid-70s, frustrated and ready to quit, suddenly finds structure, gets consistent, and 6 months later, he's sitting mid-80s and loving the game again. A college walk-on who thought his time had passed gets personalized programming, fixes his movements, and earns a starting role, throwing harder than ever. And even 13-year-olds who were once behind their teammates start throwing harder, moving better, and building confidence that stays with them for life. That's the power of going through all 5 phases with the right plan. So here's what I want you to think about. Which phase are you in right now? Are you just becoming aware that something needs to change? Are you missing structure? Are you struggling with consistency? Or are you finally starting to see results but don't know how to keep pushing forward? Wherever you are, you don't have to stay there. You can move forward. And the first step is always awareness. You can't fix what you won't face. So be honest with yourself. Decide what needs to change and take action today. Because baseball doesn't wait. Your window to get noticed is shorter than you think. And every day you wait, someone else is moving through their next phase. I hope this video gave you clarity and direction. Because the truth is, every successful pitcher, from high school arms to college aces to pros, has walked this same path. The only difference is that some of them had guidance and others tried to figure it out alone. If you're ready for structure, accountability, and results that actually last, apply for the Underdog Velocity program below. It's not for everyone. It's for pitchers who are serious about reaching their potential. You'll fill out a quick application, and if I feel I can genuinely help you, we'll set up a call to go over the details and build your plan. Until then, keep working, keep learning, and keep believing in what you're capable of. Because every overlooked pitcher who made it started with one thing: the decision to stop waiting and start developing. I'll see you in the next video.